Hi everyone, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to show you the most powerful function in Power BI, which is called DAX, Data Analysis Expressions. So here is the DAX reference document by Microsoft. So they just try to tell us what data analysis expression is, which is DAX, and the kinds of functions that are available in DAX. So let's just quickly read through this. Data analysis expressions, DAX, is a library of functions and operators that can be combined to build formulas and expressions in Power BI, Analysis Server, and Power Pivot in Excel data models. So you can use in Excel, Power BI Analysis Service is a very powerful function. So you have the DAX functions, different kind of, you have the aggregate function, you have the information functions, you have the date function, the filter functions, and all of those. So this is the reference document by Microsoft. You can also still download as PDF. So, but I prefer this DAX guide. Is this DAX guide? This DAX guide has, you can see A to Z, all DAX formulas. And you can also see every text function, time intelligence function. Really nice, really nice. Let's explore time intelligence functions, for example. So you can see it tells you what each time intelligence function does. And you can further click on them to know how to use them, really. So let's go to dates, month to date, for instance. So dates, month to date. Here's the parameter that it works on is date. Yeah. And mind you, Power BI also, you should know also that Power BI works with columns. Tables and column are not cells like Excel. So tables and columns. So you can see what it does here. Yeah, and a table must on the single column, there must be date values. So before you can use time intelligence functions like dates month to date. What dates month to date does is that it gives you the sales from the beginning of the month to a particular date of the month. That is what dates month to date does. There are really, really nice functions that you can explore here and also learn how to use. So with time, so you will know how to, as you go through all these videos in the subsequent lessons, so you will know how to apply for all these DAX formulas just to achieve your objective in Power BI. So let's quickly start with some simple DAX functions. So let's say we do a simple function that we call, so to get started with DAX, you can under home, you can come to new measure, click on new measure. Click on new measure. So you can see the measure comes this way. So you can see the measure here. It says measure. It says measure. Let me just zoom in so that you can see. It says measure. So on this measure, it's telling you to name. You can take this whole thing out. You can actually name your measure. Before you write a measure, you have to actually name it. So you have to actually name it. So let me call this measure number of customers. So you can name with a space and just a space, doesn't matter. Equals to, for number of customers, what do we want to do? We want to count the number of customers. So I want to count distinct customers. So what do? We use distinct count. that is a function. Distinct. You can say distinct count. There's count blank. So distinct count. So we are counting from our customer table, and we are using customer ID because that is the unique identifier for each customer. So we have only customer table here, of course, customer table, then customer ID. Let's go down, and on customer ID, press tab. Tab just brings it up. Then we close that bracket, enter. So this is your first DAX formula. Number of customers, distinct count, customer ID. So it's as simple as that. So we will continue looking at other DAX function, but basically this is DAX. Distinct count, customer ID will give you your number of customers. So let me just quickly run you through the advantage of DAX over using counting the customers directly from your customers table, because that is what we did here. We counted the customer directly. We just pull the customer ID and put it in here. That is not best practice. So it's not advisable for you to do this way at all. So what if for example, what if this count of customers across this chart, I've done multiple charts on multiple pages, and I now realize that, I'm not supposed to show distinct count of customers. I'm just supposed to show count of customers. So I'll have to literally go to individual charts across pages to remove this customer ID and or to come here and try to change it to distinct count. So if that is even available here, count distinct. So I have to come to this chart, change it here, come to this other chart, come here, change it to distinct count here, come here. So I have to be doing it one by one. Change it to this. So I have to be doing it one by one, which is super inefficient. So with DAX, all I just need to do is to come to this DAX formula and adjust it. For example, if I want to adjust this to just count the customer, not distinct count, all I just need to do is to change this formula to count. And no matter where the chart is on Power BI, it automatically just updates every chart. Even if it's across 10 tabs, 20 tabs, everything just gets updated at one go, which is really nice. So let's change this back to distinct count. Distinct count. So that is one advantage of DAX rather than just summing directly from your table. One advantage of DAX. So let's change all this. Let's do what's supposed to be done. So it gives us the same value. So let's just quickly change that. So replace the same value, so no changes. But it's more efficient. DAX is more efficient. Yes. Yes. Right. Okay. That is it. So, and this even automatically, you can see the header has changed. Number of customers, more descriptive. So that is another advantage of DAX. There, if we would have been using, let me bring the customer ID back. If we would have been using this, we would have literally need to change this header one by one on the format column. Instead of customer ID by debit, so we'll have to change it to number of customers. Yeah, you have to change, but with DAX, it just gets reflected everywhere. You just to name the measure properly. So that is just a slight introduction to DAX using distinct count of customers. So on subsequent lessons, we'll continue to delve into advanced DAX function, and how we can take advantage of this powerful function to design our dashboard to get optimum output. Thanks for watching this video again. See you in the next lesson.